Hello and welcome to week 8 starting on October 8th. What a fun coincidence. I'm looking at the syllabus, of course, where I always start off. And before I jump into that, I hope that you're all feeling like that breath of coming up for air after a paper's due. Maybe papers don't stress you out, but if they do, I know there's also sort of an ebb and flow in this class, so you can kind of step back and recalibrate and get ready for the next paper. We were talking about just, how much work most things in life are that are rewarding. My oldest son is running cross country for the first time this year, and he was kind of analyzing different students' efforts, because some students are just in the sport to hang out, or maybe mom made them or dad made them, or whatever. And I'm not sure he understood exactly how much work he was going to be getting into by running, because he's always been a very active kid, and he's always been a really good athlete, but he's never really run competitively. So it was interesting. It's been interesting to watch his process of working really hard and then realizing how rewarding it is. And I bring that up because I really hope that this process has been challenging enough to not defeat you, and challenging, but also challenging enough to give you a sense of reward and a feeling like you're accomplishing something, that your writing muscles are getting stronger and tighter and have more endurance in them. So hopefully that's a bit of encouragement for you today. I do welcome your feedback, and actually on the last paper I will be asking for a more detailed feedback from you. But as we're moving along here, feel free to give a shout out when you need some clarification, when you need some help on something. I'm here to help, and some of you are taking advantage of that, and I'm so glad. And if you don't need anything, that's great. It doesn't offend me, but I just want to put that out there, that you're not bugging me when you email me. Okay, so what are we doing? We're starting a new essay unit, and the essay we're going to be working towards is an illustration essay. And if that makes you panic because you can't draw, neither can I. It has nothing to do with drawing, okay? And I know some of you already know that, but I always play that English teacher joke, as lame as it is. Okay, so for your illustration essay, basically what we're focusing on this time is when you read the readings for this unit, you're going to be looking for the way that the authors illustrate or elaborate on their points using examples or stories or whatever tools they use to bring to get to life their concept or argument. And in turn, when we write for this essay, we're going to be very aware of illustration and very aware of how we use it as writers. So, be kind of thinking of that, and even looking for it in examples in life about how people illustrate their point or make a point by adding a story, an example, or a comparison of some sort to make their point more valid, or to make it clearer. Okay, it's a little bit of a break week this week. I'm going to be really honest. I've kind of lightened up on you. In order to kind of get ready for this unit, we're going to take a break and just kind of hone up some of our writing tools, sharpen the tools in the shed before we start to go at the actual paper. The tools that we're going to sharpen are going to be largely up to you. There are grammar exercises on a choice list on page 4-1 or exercise 4-1 in your course content. All of the grammar exercises are taken from the Erin text. You choose one that you think you need the most help on as a little review, and we'll just deliberately practice that this week. That's one. The second assignment is an APA assignment. We've done all of our papers, and we'll continue to do all of our papers in APA. I'm sorry, in MLA. Gee, gonna confuse you yet. But APA is another standard, very highly used way of citing sources. And if you're a nursing student or a psychology student, oftentimes those different course studies use APA. APA actually stands for the American Psychological Association, and that's why it tends to fit better with types of courses of study that are in more of the science or social sciences fields. So we want to have a little practice in it, and I'm just going to put it out there that you're going to be comparing APA and MLA for exercise 4-2. So it should be a little lighter week for you. Of course, if you have extra time this week, you are always welcome to read ahead, and that's why I put out there that we're going to be reading in order to write an illustration essay. So keep that in mind. The second thing to keep in mind for this next paper is that you're going to be required to use more than one source from the reading list. So start looking for connections and comparisons and contrasts in the readings if you do choose to read ahead. Again, completely optional, just 2 assignments this week. Have a good one, and finish strong here. We're past the halfway point, or at least approaching the halfway point, I guess. So I'm excited for how we're progressing, and I hope you're feeling that reward as well.